be the case tonight. The Mariners are definitely going to have to score some runs off of them. That's something that they have struggled with. With Pettit, I think you really have to stay up middle the other way, but this is a guy that has been on his game, as you can tell by his record.
One of the success stories for the Mariners on the mound this year has been Jason Vargas. Vargas, up until the last couple of outings, was the success story, outside of Cliff Lee, of course, and Felix Hernandez. But Vargas has already thrown more innings now than he has at any time in his career, and you got to keep your eye on him.
Well, and that's something that Don Wakamatsu has definitely talked about this year, is going to keep an eye on him with his innings. Oh, nice short haircut for him, too, here in the hot weather. But Jason has really done a nice job this year, and you have to pay attention to those things because you certainly don't want him to get hurt, or more importantly, don't want him to get tired as this season moves on. We'll see how he goes tonight.
Well, I think the word for all of us tonight is stay cool, and I think we're going to have a cool baseball game for you. The M's and the Yankees, the first of a 4-game series on a great night in Seattle. Back with more right after this. Safeco Field in the summertime in Seattle. To the baseball fan, there are not too many more beautiful sights than that right there. We are experiencing some outstanding summer weather. The high today, 94 degrees. It's in the high 80s as we get set for the first game of a 4-game series between the M's and the New York Yankees. And we welcome you to the final 4 games that will take us right up to the All-Star break. The Mariners coming off being swept by the Kansas City Royals, but not because of the bat of Casey Kotzman. Casey Kotzman, one of the hottest hitters in the business right now. As we check our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast, he had 2 of them last night. First of all, in the second inning, a 405-foot blast out there. And then going into the 6th inning of play, he gave the Mariners a lead with a 2-run shot. Problem is, it wouldn't hold up. The bullpen couldn't hold it. That's something that's happened in the last couple of games for the Mariners. But Casey Kotzman in his last 5 games is 9 for 18, 500, 3 home runs, and a half a dozen RBIs. Tonight, he's back at first base, and let's look at the New York Yankees lineup.
Thank you, Dave. And for Joe Girardi tonight, it'll be Jeter, Swisher, Teixeira, A-Rod his 4th, and it's Cano, Posada, Granderson, Gardner, and Pena, the 3rd baseman, will hit 9th. Take a look at the numbers for Jason Vargas. Still a nice ERA, even though he's struggled a little bit lately at a 3.22. Opponent's average just 2.36 against him. Look at our Home Depot doing more on defense. In the outfield will be Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro. Across the infield, Lopez, Josh Wilson at shortstop, Biggins and Kotzman on the right side, and then Josh Bard will do the catching.
Jason Vargas, all that black curly hair is gone. It's summertime. Gonna head for the barbershop. That's what I used to do.
Looks pretty good on him, doesn't it?
Looks great. Looks great. Here's the Yankee captain to lead it off. The Yankees have won 5 in a row. If they win tonight, they will equal their season high of 6 victories in a row. And Derek Jeter, in the last, since 2006, has hit 400 right here at Safeco Field. He loves to hit here. Here we go. And that is at the knees. The man calling balls and strikes is Tom Hallion. With Ron Culp at first base, Lance Barksdale at second, Edward Quano is around at third, 0-2. 85 degrees. Perfect night. Wind not a factor out of the northwest at 2 miles an hour. Bats him off the plate inside. Quite frankly, this was to have been a missed start. And that is just low. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Jason Vargas. But because a left-hander that couldn't go to the well the other day, he's right back in the middle of it. And a hot shot ground ball off the chest, and Josh Wilson drops the ball. Not the greatest of ways to start the contest. He's 6.
Well, you mentioned it, Dave. He hit it right on the button. Ball comes up on Josh, hits him in the chest, tried to stay with it. Once it ended up behind him, no play on Jeter.
And here is newly named All-Star. You fans picked him as the extra man in the American League. Nick Swisher. Swisher's like a kid on Christmas morning. Here's the pitch on the way to him, and that is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Joey Votto of the Cincinnati Reds, and everybody was complaining about how he was missed. He's not missed anymore because you fans picked him to be the last guy on the National League side in the All-Star game. The breaking ball is down low and inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Low. 2-1. The Yankees are the top defensive club in the league. The Mariners are down near the bottom. And what an error like that does, of course, is increase the workload for the pitcher. And on a night like this. That's not a good thing. He jumped out of his shoes at that change and came up empty. The only visit to Seattle this year for New York. And a line drive, base hit center field, down to second base goes Derek Jeter. .85 degrees, low humidity. Will not make our top 5 as far as temperature is concerned as we check the Marines leader of the game note for the night. 93 back in 06. And now Vargas has got to work on Mark Teixeira. The big switch hitting first baseman. And the pressure already building on Vargas here in the first inning. A strike at the knees.
Vargas has done a nice job of pitching out of trouble this year. But the thing that you don't want to see is that trouble coming in the first inning, Dave. It makes it more difficult. These guys are still trying to get their feet on the ground.
On the inside, 2 strikes.
And the other problem with it, too, we talked about the error by Josh. Play a club like the Yankees that have played so well this year and have the best record in the American League. Can't make too many mistakes.
And a little low. Ball and 2 strikes. The Yankees with the best record in baseball. 53 and 31. That's going to be out of play, I believe, as Ichiro will go over to the barrier, lean in, and just come up a little bit shy. She's going to get on her phone and said Ichiro was almost in her lap. That's great. 1-2 the count. And a ground ball toward the shortstop. Josh to second. Heading to first, a double play. Nicely started by the man who made the error, Josh Wilson, as he went quickly to the hole to his right, and they get the 6-4-3 double play.
Well, you hope you get an opportunity to help your pitcher out if you make a mistake. And Josh gets rid of this quickly. Nice double play.
Well, here's a salute for you-know-who. And Alex Rodriguez now only 3 home runs away from joining the 600 club. Here he is. And he takes a breaking ball a little inside ball 1. He is not at third base tonight. He is the designated hitter tonight. And a chopper of his 597 home runs, and he will be 35 years of age in 19 days. 189 of them were hit as a Mariner. First one in 1995 at the Kingdome off Tom Gordon of Kansas City. 1-2.
Nice changeup from Vargas. This has been around for such a long time and done so many things, but you still have to think, because of the crowd here, he really wants to do something, and I think throwing off-speed pitches to him is probably a good idea.
Turn 2. fly ball into right field, and Ichiro is there to make the catch. Nice job by Jason Vargas here. Nothing doing. No runs, one hit. A very happy girl out there because she was touched by Ichiro. Oh my gosh, was that who I thought it was? Step in and lead it off against the all-star from Houston, Texas, Mr. Andy Pettit. The 10-game winner. A little bit high, ball one. One ball and no strikes to count. Almost the perfect pitching for this guy.
Keeps it pretty simple, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. 1-1. Slowly hit by the mound, picked up by Derek, and he's not going to get it. That's going to be Ichiro's 25th infield hit.
This is a cutter that's away from him. He has to reach for it, hits it on the ground, and once it gets past Pettit. Take a look at the rest of the lineup. It'll be Figgins hitting second, and Gutierrez Branyan moves to hitting fourth. Lopez, Bard, Wilson, and Saunders hits ninth. Numbers for Pettit: 10-2, ERA under 3, 78 strikeouts for him. He has given up 11 home runs.
202 wins as a Yankee, third most all-time in Yankee history. And that fastball out over the outside corner. Mariners, of course, having one of the better series in New York, beating the Yankees 2 of 3 and twice scoring 7 runs in 2 games. A Yankee and a Mariner fan. And that's line down the left field line. It's going to get down for a base hit. So Ichiro, Steven toward third, then throw to third. He is out at third base. What a throw by Brett Gardner. Right on the money to Ramiro Pena. And Ichiro is nailed 7-5.
See the base hit from Figgins. Ichiro takes off. I think this probably surprised him a little bit. I think he expected to get in the third easily. But a nice throw from Gardner. Take a look at it again. Pena going out to get the ball, comes back and tags him just before he hits the base.
Great throw by Gardner. And Gutierrez now will be the hitter. Better watch Pettit. Pettit has picked off more men than anybody in the history of the game since they started keeping the statistic. He's picked off 99 men.
Figgins decides to run. He's going to take off on the first movement. He won't wait to try to read whether Pettit is going to first or home. He'll just take off and hope that he goes to home plate.
Dickey leading the club in steals by 1 with 23. Ichiro has 22. Boy, he had him going back to the bag at first that time with that move. A nice change for a strike.
And that's the reason why he's picked off so many. The guys cannot pick it up. They can't read whether he's going to go to home. So it will be a guessing game for Figgins if he wants to run.
And ground ball toward the hole. Jeter backhands, goes to second for 1, throw it at first, not quite in time for the double play.
Take a look at a ball in the hole. Jeter gets rid of it quickly with Figgins running. Cano, I think, one of the best in the business. That throw a little bit wide at turning 2 at second base. He does a lot of things well, and I think around the bag, his work around the bag is one of the best in the league. With a strong arm.
Russell Branyan down in the number 4 hole tonight against the left-hander. Strike 1 to him. Right in on his hands. And popped up. And playable. And Jorge Posada over there to take care of that. So a couple of hits, but no dice and run production. We go to the second. There's no score. Robinson Cano, one of 8 Yankee All-Stars. He'll be the starting second baseman for the junior circuit on Tuesday. Right at Gutierrez, didn't have to hardly move. The veteran Jorge Posada. Still very, very productive, very effective, good catcher. 5-game hitting streak. Very consistent from both sides of the plate. Too high. Ball 1 ball and a strike. See where Justin Morneau suffered a concussion.
Did not see that.
Yeah, collision. And that's a little outside. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. I believe it was at first base. I'm not exact.
Somebody run into him, or he'd run into somebody. He's a big man. I know that.
Strike at the knees. 2-1. Ground ball. Pulls Cotswood off the bag a little bit. He has to make the tag before Posada gets down there. So 2 away. First run around the bases. That's coming up on Sunday. Of course, the Yankees will be here for the 4th and final game. And all you future stars, 14 and under, come on down. You're invited right down to the field. Take a lap around the bases courtesy of KeyBank. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store location. Curtis Granderson is the hitter. Two and out. We are told him Morneau got hurt trying to pick up a double play. Probably got a knee or something.
Probably
in the head. Suffered a concussion. And a base hit to right field. Whistled into right field by Curtis Granderson. And Brett Gardner, who made the outstanding throw to get each row going from first to third. In the first inning will be the hitter, and he's having a heck of a year, hitting .313. He had a wrist problem for the first couple of games when the Mariners were in New York, but he's back swinging the bat very well. Tomorrow night, one you won't want to miss, because Cliff Lee goes to the mound, and every time he pitches, you just wonder if it's his last time in a Mariner uniform. And a strike at the knees on the outside corner, 0-2.
Should be a good matchup. We know what Cliff will do, but Bill Hughes has done a nice job for the Yankees this year. He's already won 10 games.
Mariners beat him in New York. And there's Phil Hughes. Under the Yankee All-Stars. The Yankees after the break will pick it up in New York against Tampa Bay. That should be a huge series. Rays, by the way, won tonight against Cleveland. It just fell back and over the screen. Tampa Bay only a couple of games behind the Yankees beginning play today. Swing and a miss, and down goes Brett Gardner. Curtis Granderson left over at first base. When we come back, it'll be Lopez, Kotzman, and Bard. Mariners in So one pitch and one out as Jose Lopez hits a routine ground ball to Derek Jeter. And with one away, here's the hot bat right now. With that 5-game hitting streak. A couple of home runs last night, Casey Kotzman. It's got to feel good when you get in a little bit of a streak like that after he hasn't played that much at all.
Well, you're right. He started off the season playing every day and actually was off to a pretty good start. Then he started to struggle badly and sat him down, and then of course Russell Brandon showed up, and Russell was playing some first base, and Casey wasn't playing. I'm sure he wasn't happy about it. Nobody would be, but he had to sit for a while, and since he's come back and had an opportunity, he's made the most of it. And that's something that I appreciate about it, is that you can get frustrated and sulk, but Casey didn't do that. Now that he has a chance to play, he's making the most of it. You never know what's going to turn things around for you. Just keep working at it. For him, he had time to relax a little bit, didn't have to worry about trying to get a hit on a nightly basis. And something clicked for him, though, now that he's back in the lineup, because he's been swinging the bat well.
Not that time. A nice slider, and he's down on strikes. First strikeout for Andy Pettit. 2 away. Tomorrow, of course, the Yankees here, and it's Mariners grab bag night. For $50, fans can purchase a sealed bag containing a signed baseball by a Mariners player or manager Don Wakamatsu. You won't want to know, and you won't know who signed the ball until you open the bag. And breaking ball is a strike on the outside corner, and all the proceeds are going to benefit Mariners Care. For more information, you can visit mariners.com. So good luck. You may end up with just the autographed baseball if you want. Josh watches that one miss. Again, 85 degrees here on this beautiful summer's evening. That looks good tonight, doesn't it? Ice cold lemonade.
Bet he sells a lot of them.
Strike right over the outside corner, 3-2. And that's right over the outside corner, rather vociferously. Tom Hallion ringing him up. And the Mariners are gone in order here in the second. So as we travel to the third, familiar score. No score. All-Star break as we watch Ramiro Pena, the little switch hitting third baseman tonight, getting the start over at third base in A-Rod's spot, and a bunt foul back behind home plate. One to count.
Pena hitting ninth, and so far through the lineups, Vargas has basically thrown fastballs inside and changeups to the right-handed hitters. Don't see many breaking balls from him, just a couple. He's been staying with his fastball and changeup, trying to get the Yankees out, keep them off balance.
Nice pick. One away. Here is our question for you. AT&T Trivia query tonight. How many players have hit more grand slams than A-Rod? Nobody? 1, 2, or 3? Text your answer to 95323. How many have hit more? Alex has hit 3 this year. 3 grand slam home runs. Derek Jeter swings in another easy one hopper right to Jose Lopez. 2 down.
And I know that you know the answer.
I do. You do too.
I know because you told me. I think it was yesterday we were talking about it.
Yeah, that's one of those records, by the way, involving the same man, by the way, who they would say that would probably never be broken.
Well, yeah.
but it probably will be. Nick Swisher takes a strike on the outside corner, but he is the only one. I believe there's one guy that's hit as many as A-Rod. I think Manny Ramirez has hit 21. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is a strike on the inside corner. 0-2 the count. You like that National League West?
Boy, oh boy. I think Colorado's starting to build some momentum with the way they're winning some games.
So do I. 0-2 pitch is dunked into center field, and Nick Swisher celebrating his all-star selection today by going 2 for 2 in this ball game. You look at the West and the Padres, God bless their hearts, they've been hanging in there all summer long. You just wonder when they're going to crack. They still have a 3-game lead over the Rockies, 3.5 over the Dodgers, and the Giants in it too, as Teixeira takes outside ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
So do you like the Rockies, maybe?
I do.
You do? So
I really do.
So do I.
Padres got, I believe, only 1 all-star pick. I think Heath Bell was named as, a guy out of the bullpen, their top closer. And he just tomahawks one into left field. He is red hot.
Take a look at the swing by Teixeira. As Dave mentioned, he's been hot lately. That pitch up. Right-handed, that's where he likes the ball. Up, out over the plate, hits it hard in the left field.
A-Rod, a fly ball to Ichiro. Win the first. And a high towering pop-up. Going out calling Josh, and Wilson will make the catch to retire the side. So A-Rod in his 2 at-bats has retired the side each time. 2 hits, 2 left, no score. Northwest. All one twin, high and outside. Mariners scoring the fewest runs in the league. They've only scored 290 runs. Three and 0. There's the strike. Full count. I guess 38,000 fans here tonight for game one of this 4-game series. Big crowd tomorrow night. I'm sure we'll be out to watch Cliff Lee. And he comes right back from a 3-0 count to strike out Josh Wilson. 3 consecutive strikeouts. Now our trivia question, fan results. 49% of you said 1. And the answer is 1. The Iron Horse. Lou Gehrig, 23 Grand Slam home runs. A-Rod has 21. And Manny Ramirez has 21. Michael Saunders with a strike. Change.
That is surprising me a little bit. His fastball's still 91 miles an hour.
And he chases a slider. And that's 4 consecutive strikeouts for Andy Pettitte.
And after giving up a couple of hits to start the game, he's retired 7 in a row. Another breaking ball off the plate. Started him off with a first pitch fastball, and then it was 2 sliders.
Ichiro facing his American League All-Star teammate here. A little low.
It was interesting watching Posada on the first pitch. Put down 3 fingers. Nobody on base. Typically, that's a slider. Had to throw a fastball inside.
That fastball popped outside of third.
I wonder if he does that because that's when he wants his 2-seam fastball. And he throws a lot of cutters for a lot of years. That's all he threw to right-handers, just cutters inside. Now he straightens it out a little bit with the left-handed hitter, and maybe that's what that sign is for. Because most of the time a 3 would just be a slider. There it is again. Changeup.
And a ground ball. 1 hopper. Nice play by Pena to throw him out. So that's 8 in a row retired by Andy Pettitte. We get set to move into the 4th inning of play on a delicious evening. There is no score.
side. Good to be back here on TV. And a good pitcher's duel here, Mike. I like what we're seeing here so far.
Well, I would agree, and I think the one thing that, Andy Pettit and his numbers coming in, he's been pitching well, and Vargas a little rough in his last couple of outings. Actually, they wanted to skip him one time because of the amount of innings he's pitched, but he's out there and he's pitched well so far through 3.
Little blooper. Triangle out there. Saunders comes in, makes the catch. Cano is retired. He's 0 for 2. One out here in the Yankee 4th. Yankees come in, played some good ball, 5 consecutive wins, and they've won 6 of their last 7. Here's the veteran catcher, Jorge Posada. Switch hitter. One of 4 switch hitters in Joe Girardi's lineup tonight. Let me get out of play. Mariners trying to get things going the other way. You remember they had that 6-game winning streak. It ended on June 23rd. Since then, they're 4-9, including 3 consecutive losses in 6 of the last 7. In there for a called strike to Posada. 0-2. Vargas struggled his last 2 games. He's lost them, going 0-2 with an 8.90 ERA. Last win was June 22nd against the Cubs. That was here at Safeco Field. Strong 7-inning performance. A brand new haircut earlier today for Vargas. That one off the end of the bat, right down the tunnel, right by Ty Van Berkeley on the bench, coach. There's Ty. Second year as the right-hand man of Don Wakamatsu. Ball, 2 strikes.
That was one of the few breaking balls that we've seen from Vargas. It's just been fastballs inside, change up away. The pitch that Posada fouled into the dugout was a changeup, hit it right off the end of the bat.
No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 0-2-1 for the Mariners. Up and into Posada. Big 4 with the Yankees. Posada, Jeter, Pettit, and Rivera. Subject of a terrific story by Tom Verducci, cover story in Sports Illustrated about a month and a half ago. They all have come up and won together. Base hit up the middle. It's hit number 5 for the Yankees. One out here in the 4th. That'll bring up Curtis Granderson. Curtis, a terrific addition to this Yankee ball club, playing at center field. He got a base hit to right his first time up. Right now struggling with the average at 225 entering tonight, but 7 home runs and 23 runs batted in. Looper, that's trouble. That finds a gap, and here's Posada. He'll hold right there. So 1st and 2nd. 1 out as the Yankees start to build something here in the 4th inning.
And the Yankees have had a runner in scoring position 3 out of the 4 innings. This ball is a good pitch. It jams Granderson, but he fights it off into center field. So he has 2 hits on the game. 6 hits now for the Yankees, but so far Vargas bending a little bit, but hasn't allowed the Yankees to score. Made some good pitches. A double play ball back in the 1st inning was a big one.
To bring up the speedy Brett Gardner. Struck out his first time. This guy's a dangerous hitter. He's batting out of the 8-hole. And he can really run. Saw him make that fine defensive play, throwing out Ichiro at 3rd. Breaking ball for strike 1. Give you an idea. The value of a Brett Gardner. Ball club's 28-10 when he scores a run. Brett Gardner, one of the reasons why Johnny Damon is no longer with the Yankees. He's in Detroit. That misses. 1-1.
It's like a pretty good pitch. And it doesn't miss too many of those. Tom Hallion behind the plate. Good umpire. Last pitch looked like a strike.
Runners take their leads. And Allen said he did go. Ball and 2 strikes.
Take a look at the swing by Gardner. Tries to check it, but went a little too far. Allen called it. Didn't even ask for help.
Big spot here for Vargas. 1-2 to Gardner. 2 on. No score. Top of the 4th. Swing and a miss. That's a big strikeout for Jason Vargas. His second strikeout. Both times he's gotten Gardner.
This time a good fastball up and in, ties him up and can't get to it. Something that Vargas has done a nice job of so far in the game, pitching inside to the Yankees.
This guy Ramiro Pena, no slouch here for Vargas. Got to be careful with him. Couple of hits last night in the win at Oakland. Got a run and an RBI. And he's had 2 hits in each of his last couple of games. Big bender for strike 1. Pena grounded out to Lopez his first time up. Set to center field. Gutierrez got a great jump. Here he comes, taking charge. He's there, and the Yankees are done in the top of the 4th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the home 4th with Figgins, Gutierrez, and Branyan coming up here at Safeco Field. Tomorrow Fund Equipment Drive here at Safeco Field. All donations will benefit the Boys and Girls Club of King County. For tickets to the Mariners-Yankees game, visit any Mariners team store or mariners.com. Rick Rizzo and I spent the last 3 days switching off. We're back to a regular rotation. Glad to be back here with Mike Flowers and the FSN crew. Got a good pitching matchup going on here. A couple of left-handers. 38-year-old Andy Pettit going against 27-year-old Jason Vargas. How about Pettit? His numbers are outstanding. He's got 239 career victories. And that's second among active players behind Jamie Moyer at 267. Sean Figgins to lead it off. Furthermore, he's tied for 56th all-time in wins in Major League Baseball with Mordecai Three-Finger Brown and David Wells. They don't have nicknames like they used to. You're talking about 300. It's going to make a run at it. So I'm sitting here today and can literally say that I don't think there's any way possible that I'll continue to pitch to try to get 300 wins. That's our Geico quote. Well, he's been retiring for the last 3-4 years. I'll believe it when he hangs it up. Good fella. Sean Figgins trying to get something going here for the Mariners. 2 balls, 1 strike. Figgy with a base hit to left his first time up. Four strikeouts rung up by Pettit. 4 consecutive strikeouts. The last 2 outs of the second inning, the first 2 outs of the third. 3-1 pitch to Figgins. Figgy's aboard. First walk issued by Andy Pettit. Coming up game 2. This is another good one. Cliff Lee against Phil Hughes. A couple of guys going to the All-Star game. And that is a really good hookup for tomorrow's game 2 of this series. There's Cliff. With Gutierrez coming up, this continues the second time through the order against Andy Pettit. First time. Teams have gotten him for 318 batting average and 200 the rest of the way. Gurney trying to get another streak going. Streak going in the right direction. He was 0 for 12 in the Kansas City series. Pena backs up at third. Pitch swung on, hit to Jeter. To Cano for 1, to Sherritt for 2. Nice job by Cano to get out of the way. Great attempt by Figgins to take him out. Hope Figgins is okay. So a double play turned by the Yankees. Quick 2 outs here in the 4th.
Take a look at Figgins trying to take Cano out. Cano does the right thing, feet up in the air. I think Sean's fine. Didn't even look like he touched Cano.
No, he didn't. But he stayed down for long. I was a little concerned anytime you see somebody stay down a little bit long like that. Brandon fouled out to Posada his first time up. Both teams have turned 6-4-3 double plays. Oh, 2, Big Russ. Great having Brandon back in this ball club to give this team a little bit of pop here. It had really been hurting for the longest time. The Mariners 13th in the American League with 55 home runs. The Yankees are 3rd with 95. Good stay alive swing. Be alive, folks. The girl was walking up the aisle there and saw it coming and got out of the way. Taking a long time. Brandon hanging in. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball. Just got a piece of it. Pettit, one of 8 Yankee All-Stars. He was named to the club after he played Buckholz of the Red Sox. He suffered an injury, and Andy was the next guy on the list. Inside the ball. 1-2. A lot of familiar names and faces on this Yankee ball club. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Brandon's gone, so the Mariners here in the 4th. That's the 5th strikeout for Andy Pettit. Good pitching battle. 4 in the books on a wonderful night to watch baseball here in Seattle. from our vantage point here at Safeco Field. Top of the order for the Yankees, Derek Jeter. First pitch swinging, fouls one back. Jeter reached on an error by the shortstop Josh Wilson and grounded out to third. Inside to Jeter. The 1-1. Fly ball left field. Saunders barely has to move. 1 out. Early in the game, watch this. Ichiro for a foul ball. This young lady right there, she's right in the middle of the action. Ichiro says, "You're okay? Sorry, didn't mean to hit you." And this reaction is priceless. This is right out of Teen Magazine. This is right out of People Magazine. Ichiro touched me. He's a good guy. Oh my God, I'm on TV. Well, Chuck Armstrong, our club president, was so tickled by that reaction because I was cracking up over on radio. I thought that was hysterical. Courtesy of Chuck, our club president, we're going to give that young lady a gift bag. And Alicia Kai, our intern, what is it? Here's a fly ball hit well left field. Saunders can't get it. One hop off the fence. Swisher having a heck of a night. And on a 1-0 pitch, he doubles. He's 3 for 3. So she gets a bobblehead and a signed baseball. It's a great night for that young lady who almost got run over by Ichiro.
It was a great reaction. You could see the ball coming. She was trying to get out of the way, and Ichiro came in there, and she's Ichiro'd up. Now Ichiro backpack, shirt, has it all.
Totally.
It was a great reaction, though.
It's one of the best I've ever seen. Meanwhile, Nick Swisher, 3 for 3. He just doubled. And Nick making the American League All-Star team by fan vote earlier today. In fact, last night, talking to the Yankee folks, they said they had the Yankee. Boy, she's verklempt. Nick Swisher's teammates were voting for him in the dugout. And Swish also was asking his followers on Twitter to vote for him. Ground ball down to Lopez. Looks the runner back. Throws out to Sherritt. 2 outs. So 2 outs, 5th inning. And bygones are still not bygones here when it comes to Alex Rodriguez.
And so far, the fans have to be happy. Alex's first 2 at-bats came up with men in scoring position, ended both innings in those situations. The Yankees so far tonight 0 for 6. But yet again, another inning where Vargas has a runner in scoring position. 4 out of the 5 now.
7 hits for the Yankees tonight. First pitch. Boy, he tried to unload there. Strike 1. Including tonight's 0 for 2. Rodriguez 0 for 3 total against Jason Vargas. Vargas really got to bear down with Swisher at second base. Ball and strike. A lot of concern about the number of innings Vargas has racked up so far this season. He started tonight at 100.2 innings, and his career high is about 144. Set last year. Pitch in there for a call. Strike 1 and 2.
And another good fastball from Vargas inside. All 3 pitches to Alex have been there. Bart will go out and have a conversation with him, make sure they're on the same page now that he has 2 strikes on him. That has been a good pitch for Jason when he's been in trouble in this game tonight. Good fastball inside, well located. Left-handers don't want to go in there too much, worried about the ball leaking back out over the plate. But Jason has thrown that pitch with a lot of confidence tonight.
Yankees with base hits in each of the first 5 innings here against Vargas. He's kept them off the board, trying to keep it going here. 1-2 to Rodriguez. 2 outs, runner at second. A re-rack. Rodriguez swinging a good bat of late. 1 RBI in 11 of his last 15 games. Swisher at second. Vargas is set. The 1-2 to Rodriguez. Missed away. 2-2. Well off the plate.
Wake your hole in that man and get in the game. Wake up.
Gotta be careful with this guy, sitting on 597 career home runs. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner at second. Moved him off the plate again. 3-2.
And the last pitch was a mistake. He wanted to throw a changeup away. Pulled across it and ended up inside.
So Vargas on his third 3-ball count tonight. He hasn't walked anybody yet. Danger zone here. 3-2 to Rodriguez. That'll play. Wish I could do what Jason has done tonight. Turn back the clock night. He got a haircut. And he looked like he took 10 years off himself.
I think it looks good.
It does. 3-2. Punched into right center field. Gutierrez will be there. And the inning is over. Swisher is left stranded at second, and this gift pack keeps on giving. The excitement continues at Safeco Field for that young lady. Jose Lopez leads off against Andy Pettit. No score here. Bottom of the 5th inning. 7 hits for the Yankees, 2 for the Mariners. Both coming in the first inning. Ichiro and Figgins. Breaking ball and a good one. Pettit struck out 5, walked 1, had a double play help him as well. Tapper back to Pettit. 1 out. 1 out here in the Mariners' 5th. Today's game is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer of the thirst inning. Let's check out the crowd in the Budweiser thirst inning and see who's enjoying the game. Gorgeous, gorgeous night. Fabulous start this morning. The sun was blazing early. Gotta love it. Forecasters were all over it too. They said about 5 o'clock it would be around 93 degrees. At first pitch here at Safeco Field at 7:10 tonight was 85. It's very comfortable. Nice breeze coming through here now. Here's Kochman. Oh, a strike to Kochman. Last week or so, he's done a real good job elevating the ball. A lot of times when he was struggling, rolling over on a lot of pitches, not hitting it hard. Well, he's barreled up a lot. Alonzo Powell working a lot with Casey, and Casey doing his best to get back in the lineup, and he hit his way back in over the weekend last week. 2-1. Got a chance to drop down. Swisher. Did he make the catch? Second base umpire Lance Barksdale said he makes the catch. 2 down. Sliding grab by the All-Star. Nick Swisher as we take a look at our Coors Light freeze can.
Look at Swisher. He comes in. He had a really nice jump on this ball. He was able to read it right away. A lot of times when left-handed hitters hit a ball out to right field, especially a first baseman like Kochman, and he's been hot, they'll give a little bit of ground. He didn't do that. He knew he was jammed right away. Gave him a chance to make the catch.
Lou Piniella used to roam right field with a glove at least that big. It's huge. Two outs. Here's Josh Bard. Ground ball to Jeter. Easy inning for Petty. Not challenged at all. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. 5 in the books and nothing ball game. Not going to happen.
So that they can get the rally prize. I know. I thought about you as soon as I saw it, but I like the fact that they were willing to give up something, along with some pie too. By the way, a lot of kids at the ballpark tonight.
Gotta love it. Thursday night, school's out. Maybe camp hasn't started yet. These youngsters getting hooked up. And I saw, we were earlier when I was over on the radio looking at the monitor. You had people Florida,
Korea.
I saw that. Korea and Alaska, good stuff. Here's Robinson Cano. I got to say it, John Sterling's a few booths over. Robinson Cano, don't you know? Tribute to John.
Don't you know this year? Cooled off a little bit. He was hitting 356 when we were in New York. He's down to 335 now. But 16 home runs for him.
Yeah, he was leading the league at that point. He and Ichiro were battling 1-2. He's 0 for 2 today. Oh, Looper going back. Wilson can't get it. Finds that triangle again. Big base hit off the bat of Robinson Cano. Great crowd here. 37,432. So Josh can't get there. Goody can't get there. Tough break. We'll bring up Posada. Got a base hit to centers last time up after grounding out to third. Yankees have a hit in each of these 6 innings. All 1 to Posada. When you look at the Posada helmet, you look at the bat, extensive use of pine tar. 38 years old. Jorge Posada popped it up. Saunders coming in, taking charge. 1 out. One out, 1 on for Curtis Granderson is 2 for 2. Swisher's got 3 hits. Teixeira 1. 1 for Posada, 2 for Granderson. Fielded double play depth. Ball 1 to Curtis.
Talking about Granderson with his 2 hits. One of them off the end of the bat. The other one he was jammed on. Always have to square it up. So far today he's been fortunate. Vargas has made some good pitches to him, and he's ended up with base hits anyways.
Granderson, 29 years old, coming over from the Detroit Tigers. Got off the end with the bat as well. Pro career started with the Detroit organization, got to the bigs in 04. Last year, 249. With the Yankees. And 30 home runs. With Detroit, beg your pardon, 30 home runs with Detroit. Deep drive, right center field, trouble. Going back, Goody. At the wall, makes the catch. The runner, Cano, has to come all the way back. He did properly tag as he was past second base. That is some ride given by Curtis Granderson. 2 down.
Well, it's a warm night. I thought he was out in front of this pitch a little bit. Hit it on the barrel. Not much behind it, but the ball really carrying. It's a warm night. Franklin was actually shading him a little bit towards left center. He had to cover a lot of ground to run that one down.
That'll bring up Brett Gardner. He struck out twice. Early K's tonight for Vargas. Lopez in on the grass a little bit. Gardner is a very fast runner. Dug out by Bard. 1-1. Beginning of the season, big question. Jason Vargas, Doug Fister, what would they do for you? Well, they've been outstanding for the Mariner Ball Club. Tough break last night for Fister. 6-0 decision. 4th time he's left with the lead. Got nothing to show for it. Strike 2 to Brett Gardner. Vargas coming in with a record of 6-4. Yes, he has not pitched well the last 2 times out, but he has had a slew of other games where he didn't get some support. He's got 6 no decisions on the season. The 1-2 to Gardner. No. In those no decisions this year for Vargas, twice he's left with leads. Twice tied and twice trailing. 2-2.
You mentioned Fister last night. He really had to work hard in that game. I didn't think he was particularly sharp in it, but again, just like Vargas has done tonight, pitching out of some trouble and making some big pitches when he needed to.
I like the fact both of these guys are unflappable. 2-2. Strike 3 call. He gets the Tom Hannigan corkscrew call out. 3rd strikeout. All Brett Gardner. Yankees are done in the 6th. Zeros on the board here at Safeco. with us here in FSN and FSN HD. No score. Bottom of the 6th. And right under the Trader Joe's, you can see how well the sun has kissed this year at this ballpark. It's been like this since first pitch going back to 7-10 as Josh Wilson leads it off. Wilson, a strikeout victim, back in the 3rd. And down the line on an off-speed pitch, base hit. Gardner retrieves and gets it back in quickly. And a leadoff base hit for Josh Wilson. Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local Safeco agent at Safeco.com. By Widmer Brothers Brewing, Ordinary Brothers Extraordinary Beer. By Tully's Coffee. To learn about owning a Tully's franchise, go to TullysCoffeeShops.com. And by Washington Federal, invested here. That base hit for Josh Wilson. It makes him 6 for 12 against Andy Pettit.
Pettit has such a good move. He's takes so many things away from maybe what your game is. The Mariners like to run a little bit, but even the hit and run is a tough one because you have to wait so long. You can't just take off assuming he's going to go to home. And we've seen a lot of the Mariner runners over at first take that jab step back to first because they can't get a good read on him.
He's tough. Mariners have had their share of success over the years against Pettit. He's 10-11, 4.51. And ahead is Saunders, shows bunt. Saunders struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. 4th and 4th consecutive strikeouts run up by Pettit. What do you think young Saunders learned from that first AB against Pettit?
But he has a pretty good slider in his fastball. He can cut it away from you. All the pitches were away from him. And he just started expanding the zone. Right now, I saw him square around. Pena was right on top of him. So if he's going to bunt it, he needs to take it with him over towards first, make Teixeira field it.
Pena in at 3rd. Saunders shows bunt. Swing on! Base hit center field! Yeah, Butcher Boy comes through. Gotta love it. Third baseman was about 10 feet away, and Pettit had to be the most shut guy in the ballpark. Here comes a BB right back at him.
Take a look. He'll square around the bunt. Watch him. He'll show bunt. Bring the bat back. And you're right, David. He hit this ball right on the button. And I think maybe showing bunt on the first pitch, he ends up getting a fastball right in the middle of the plate. Pettit assuming he was going to bunt again.
Well, that's our first successfully executed Butcher Boy of the season. I've seen a couple guys try it, but wow, that was.
When was the last time you saw one work?
It's been a while. I have to go back in the annals. Let me tell you, boy.
I haven't seen one in a long time.
It's been a while. See if Ichiro can cash it in. 2 singles. Bunt laid down. Pettit fields. Throws it away. Never get at least 1 run. It's still in play as Josh Wilson scores. Saunders the 3rd. Ichiro the 2nd. It's 1-0 Mariners.
Well, Ichiro's just sacrificing here. He shows bunt early, lays it down. And Pettit rushes the throw. It looks like the ball hits the end of the tarp. Dave, you were talking about maybe more. The ball hit the end of the tarp and ricocheted right back to Cano. Otherwise, that ball's down the right field line, so the Yankees catch a bit of a break on that. Mariners, Butcher Boy, and then a bunt.
Wilson scores. He moved to 3rd on the base hit. It's a base hit E1. So he goes to 3rd on the hit, scores on the error. Saunders to 2nd on the base hit, to 3rd on the E1, and Ichiro with the base hit. He's at 2nd base now. So here's a chance for Figgins to pick up 2 more. 2nd and 3rd. Figgins a base hit and a walk thus far. Strike 1.
And with nobody out, Yankees trying to stay away from the big inning. The shortstop and second baseman playing back. See if Figgins hit a ball to the right side, maybe get an RBI and move up Ichiro. He tried it too.
He's thinking along with you. 0-2.
Take a look at it. It's a cutter in on his hands. He tries to inside out and force it over to right field.
Two to Figgins. Mariners are 22-18 when they score first in a ball game. The Yankees lead Major Leagues 32-8 when scoring first. Pettit's got Figgins 1-2. Second and third, great speed out there. That's a fair ball. Pena throws across. Throw out Figgins. Pena is not a big hitter, but he does a nice job all around the infield for the Yankees. Starts the line for the 2010 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. It's the best in the American League. Take on the National League's top players. Make sure you don't miss all the action next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific on Fox. This one counts. We're going to put Gutierrez on and face the left-handed hitting Russell Branyan. This will be the second walk. Issued by Andy Pettit. So perennial all-stars right there. Jeter and Ichiro. Ichiro and Cliff Lee for the Mariners. Jeter, A-Rod, Cano, Swisher, Hughes, Pettit, CC Sabathia, and Rivera for the Yankees. Rivera has begged out because not 100% with his arm. But here's an opportunity for Russell Branyan. 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 8 career against Pettit. He's up there, 1 out, bases loaded.
And Russell hits a lot of balls in the air. Just 1 out. If he can hit one into the outfield, typically they're going to be deep enough to score the run from third. Saunders runs well.
The bases loaded for the Mariners. Joe Girardi in his third year. His team playing some good ball of late. 5 consecutive wins, 6 of 7. Big spot here. Off speed pitch foul away. Pettit last time out against the Mariners, August of 09, 4-2 Yankee win. He got a no decision. The 0-1 to Branyan. And wanting to extend those arms. 1-1. Saunders, Ichiro, and Gutierrez. Great speed on the Bates paths. He tried to launch that baby. 1-2.
A couple of sliders down and away from him.
All 2 strikes to Branyan. Down low, 2-2. Big spot here in this ball game. 1-0 Mariners. 2-2 to Branyan. Will hold up. And come right to him now. This is third time up for Branyan. He's seen just about everything that Pettit has to offer tonight. Here we go. 3-2. 1 out. Bases loaded. Time is called and granted. Boy, Andy Pettit, boy, pitchers hate when that happens. Boy, they're about to bring it to the plate and halfway through the motion. And may have to stop.
He didn't look happy, did he? Kind of twirled off the mound.
No.
Not gonna go for the goat.
3-2 pitch to Branyan.
Wow, strike three call from Branyan's reaction, and immediately I was watching him, and I thought he thought it was a ball, but Tom Hallion rings him up.
Strikeout number 6.
Take a look at Russell. Fastball inside, 91 miles an hour. Take another look at it. That's a big-time pitch from Pettit.
Sure is.
Bunch of sliders and cutters away from the entire at-bat, and then throws his best fastball inside.
Hammered, almost got Saunders. Lopez jumping on that pitch. Six strikeouts for Pettit. Boy, Saunders, make sure you stay foul and stay alive. Another off-speed pitch, 0-2. Pettit's been through the wars. He's 18-9 in the postseason, 239 career wins. Only lost to Tampa Bay and Philly this year in his 10-2 season. His 4th year back with the Yankees, 2nd stint. Came up with the organization with the big club from 95 to 03 before going to Houston for 4 years. 3 years, and now they get it all together.
Hardly remember it, that he was in Houston at all.
I know.
3 years in, didn't seem like he was gone at all. Always been a Yankee.
And a good one too, boy. 0-2. Struck him out. Boy, that's a masterful pitching by Andy Pettit. Gives up just 1 run, leaves the bases loaded. Mariners do take the lead, 1-0. In the 6th inning, the bummer, though, is that the Mariners left the bases loaded. They did take the lead. As we look at Marcus Thames, veteran, came over from Detroit. And he's pinch hitting for Pena. And he skies one. Center field. Gutierrez is there, 1 out. Tim's pinch hitting. That was here in the 7th inning. So now we're back to the top of the order and Derek Jeter. So third baseman, are they going to take away the DH and put Alex in there? Still going to see what Joe Girardi comes up with. Jeter tonight reached on an error by the shortstop. Grounded out third, fly to left. Vargas tonight has struck out 3. And it was all on one guy. Brett Gardner's K'd him 3 times, hasn't walked anybody. He's given up 8 hits. Off the fist. Jeter. Lopez throws him out, 2 outs. Check in with Angie. Let's see what else is happening around baseball. You want a bunch of lovely parting gifts? Swisher having a great night. 3 for 3 on the day that he's named the 34th and final player of the American League squad for the All-Star game. Kevin Russo is going to take over at third base. Pena. Two balls, 1 strike to Nick. Two. Vargas working at a nice pace, and again unflappable as usual. Yankees have left 8 men stranded tonight.
Throwing 94 pitches. So we're starting to get to the end of it. Get Swisher here, they might be able to get 1 more inning out of him. One of the concerns that they've had with Vargas is the innings that he has pitched. But I think when you're shutting out the Yankees, you run them out there again. What do you think?
Absolutely. Walking, first walk issued tonight, and now you're getting into some danger zone here with Teixeira Rodriguez coming up. Let's take a look at our Cabot Wood Stains, a legendary moment. On this date, 1976, left-hander Randy Jones records his 16th win of the season, a National League record for most before the All-Star break. He goes 6-11 after the break, suffering 7 one-run losses. Ouch. Didn't have a lot of hitting support. All in that club as Teixeira yanks 1 foul. Two outs. We're in the top of the 7th. Mariners got their only run on a throwing error by Andy Pettit, allowing Josh Wilson to score in the bottom of the 6th. Wilson, short way to Figgins, and that'll do it. Nicely done by Vargas through 7. He's got a 1-0 lead. Trolls every week. They're looking for speeders now. Remember to slow down or pay up. Ever vigilant. You'll love it. Mariners have a 1-0 lead on Andy Pettitte and the Yankees. First of 4 here at Safeco Field before we take a break for the All-Star game. Kevin Russo takes over at third for the Yankees. You may want to add a few more runs here, don't you think? Kochman, Bard, and Josh Wilson. Kochman tonight struck out and flied out to right field. A nice sliding grab by Nick Swisher. Take away the throwing error by Pettitte. You get a 0-0 ball game. Mariners still will take it. 2-0.
Yeah, the Yankees, as a matter of fact, had a lot more opportunities in this game to score runs than the Mariners have. The Yankees 0 for 7 with men in scoring position. The Mariners 0 for 3.
Good job by Vargas. 9 men stranded. 2-1 to Kochman. Three and 1. Josh Bard, you're on deck hitter. Kochman wanted to turn it loose, doesn't get the opportunity. Third walk issued by Andy Pettitte. Good start here to the Mariners 7th, looking for a way to save money. Going to and from the airport, take Link Light Rail for schedules. Visit soundtransit.org. Mariners could use several attitude knocks coming up here. Bard a strikeout victim. And a ground out. Bunt. Foul. Your first year in the bigs was what?
End of '89.
Bunting had to have been significantly better than what we see here tonight. Oh, not so much tonight. I mean, this year. We're not seeing good bunting at all.
It was, I think it was just starting to change at that point because the game was changing so much. The guys were starting to hit so many home runs that you weren't asked to bunt as much. And so they didn't work on it as much. And I think it was starting about that time.
That is a foul ball. And you played both leagues. National League, more apt to bunt there. In your time in the American League, I mean in the National League, Dodgers,
right,
Montreal. What do you remember from that time?
Well, the pitchers bunt a lot more over there.
Right.
And they were obviously better bunters than when they had the interleague play, and the American League pitchers have to do it because they practice it all the time. The pitchers take batting practice and bunt every day, and then they're asked to do it in the games. But as far as the position players, I don't remember the position players having to bunt a whole lot more than they do over here in the American League.
We saw somebody late to have a good punt in Kansas City series.
I just think in the American League you have the DH, and for a lot of years teams will play for the 3-run homer.
Absolutely. No, I get that. But boy, there are times you better get him over. But maybe once a week we see a good bunt laid down. So many times we see guys. 2 nights ago, somebody for Kansas City, it was a sacrifice situation. He tried to take the bunt with him and fouled it off. 0-2 to Bard. They hold up. They check down the first base umpire. Ron Culpa said he did not go.
Nice job by Josh to hold up. Went to the ground to keep from swinging at this pitch. Take a look at it.
Oh, boy.
That's pretty good.
1-2. Fly ball right field coming in Swisher. It's catching fair territory. Certainly trying to nurse a 1-run lead against the Yankees, the #2 scoring team in the American League. You are just riding the razor's edge. You kidding me?
And nobody throwing in the Mariner pen, so it looks like Jason Vargas will come out and pitch the 8th inning. He is right at 100 pitches.
Well, to be frank, 2 of the last 3 nights, Brandon League has had a tough go and blown leads in those 2 opportunities. So, pitcher like Vargas is going good. Let him ride. Breaking ball, strike 1. Take a look at our Quest High Speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Pettit at 92, Vargas topping at 89. Josh 1 for 2, and he scored the game's only run on a throwing error by Pettit in the 6th. Good hitting. So runners at 1st and 2nd. Playing John Cougar Mellencamp's hurt so good. I don't think it hurt so good, but the Mariners do have 2 men on. Joe Girardi, I'm sure Joe is saying, hey, he's got to make an attempt to move. And Hallian has convinced him that he did.
And I think he did. He went to attack the fastball. With Pettit, he throws a lot of cutters. The ball is going to run in on the right-hander. You see Josh getting ready to swing, and then at the last minute he started to move his elbow, but gets hit by it. Mariners will take it.
Time now to cash in.
Have you ever seen somebody get hit and have them stay at home plate? The umpire says, no, you stay here. And
yeah, once, but again, I don't remember specifics, but rare.
I don't
very
remember
rare.
ever seeing it.
Strike 1 to Saunders, who had one of the neatest at-bats we've seen all year. Squared the bunt, pulled it back, and ripped a bullet right off just above the bill of the cap of Andy Pettit. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Mariners with 5 hits. Casey Kochman. He's at 2nd. Josh Wilson at 1st. Kochman worked the walk, Bard flied out. Josh Wilson hit by a pitch. 2-1 now to Saunders. Two. Saunders with 7 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Developing youngster against a wily veteran. Good matchup here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out. 8 Ks for Andy Pettit. 2 down here in the 7th. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 3 more after tonight, then the All-Star break for 3 days. Quick trip to the Angels for 4. And then a lot of Sox in the future. The White Sox and the Red Sox. And that'll be followed up if you're scoring at home. More White Sox action in Chicago for 4 that last week in July. Spot here for Ichiro. Gap in right center. Big one. Strike 1. Ichiro tonight. A couple infield hits and a ground out. If you gap one, be a lot of running here. 0-1. Broken back, ground ball. Cano throws out Ichiro. And the Mariners strand 2 in the 7th. To the 8th inning we go. I mean, nursing a 1-0 lead over the Yankees.
the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Alex Rodriguez leading off, and to our left, just coming out of the upper deck was, I don't know, about maybe $1,000 worth of fake dollar bills thrown out towards Alex Rodriguez. 1-0 lead. Vargas got to be good. A-Rod tonight. Flied to right, popped to short, flied to center.
Brian Sweeney is up in the pen. And Jason now with 101 pitches.
Throwing money at Alex Rodriguez as we see Brian Sweeney throwing. I think LeBron James will be seeing that when he goes back to Cleveland as a member of the Miami Heat. I'm sure there'll be some resentment in New York City. Ball 4. Dangerous start to the 8th. Second walk issued by Vargas. Second and 3 batters. Here's Cano. And Rick Adair. Getting people up and ready. Cano 1 for 3. Base hit his last time up. Base hit the center. Cano starting the day 4th leading hitter in the American League. Miguel Cabrera, Justin Morneau, Josh Hamilton, and Cano, followed by Adrian Beltre. David DeJesus, Guerrero, Billy Butler, Ichiro, and Carl Crawford. That's a great top 10. The 0-1. Hit hard, base hit, right field. Ichiro will get it back in, and the Yankees have a developing story here, top of the 8th. Base hit for Cano. That'll bring up Posada, who's 1 for 3. Got a base hit to center in the 4th inning, and here comes Don Wakamatsu, and that will be it for Vargas at 105 pitches. And for the 3rd time in 4 nights, Watt goes to his bullpen, and boy, does he need a performance here tonight from Brian Sweeney with a 1-0 Mariner lead. Milwaukee. Game 1 against the Royals. Mariners gave up 2 in the 8th. Wound up losing 6-4. Tuesday they give up a run and lose 3-2 in the 8th. And last night a 4 spot plus 1 in the 9th and lose 7-3. Here's Posada. Strike 1, Jorge. First time these two are facing off. Mariners have turned 1 double play. That was back in the first inning.
Brief time that Sweeney has been here. Typically, when he gets into a little bit of trouble, he goes to his changeup. That's his best pitch.
The 0-1 gets away from Bard. Rodriguez takes third. Wild pitch. Sweeney had one last night.
And it looks like it is the changeup. He throws it in the dirt. Take a look at Bard. That is the changeup. Hits right in front of the plate. When a pitch typically bounces that far out in front of the plate, it's a tough one to block. Not much Bard can do about it.
Wild pitch last night in the 7th as Garrett Olson starting to work by Sweeney allowed Yuniesky Betancourt to score. Posada 1-1, runners at the corners. Ball and 2 strikes. Sweeney set the 1-2 to Posada. Goes over to keep Cano close. Vargas stranded 9 Yankee runners in his 7+ innings. Mariners have left 6 on. Here's the 1-2 to Posada. Foul ball. So Vargas would love to have this inning end with the Mariners still in the lead. He's had his share of games where he's left the lead and not come away with a victory. 1-2 to Posada. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See if he goes back to his changeup. Pitch inside, a good fastball. He does.
He does. There's a ball up the middle. Figgins will tag, throw, and we got a tie ball game. They get the double play, but Rodriguez scores. They do get the double play.
Well, it's another changeup. You can see Posada having to reach for it. Because of that, he rolls over on the pitch. Easy double play for Figgins.
So Rodriguez scores. That wild pitch. If you don't have the wild pitch, there's a good chance he's just setting at third with a double play. It doesn't matter now. 1-1 ball game. We start anew. Granderson 2 for 3. Foul ball. The Mariners 8th. I'll have 2, 3, and 4. Figgins, Gutierrez, and Branyan. Mariners lone run as we see David Artsma heating up. Lone run as throwing error by Andy Pettit. 1-1. Driven to right, trouble. Ichiro over to his left, can't get it. One hop, Granderson can run. He holds himself up at first base. And the play in front of him. A 2-out base runner for the Yankees here in the 8th.
And Granderson with his 3rd hit in the game. I thought maybe he would try to go to second just because there are 2 outs. certainly knows Ichiro and his arm.
Going to bring up Brett Gardner, who Vargas struck out 3 times. Gardner's 0 for 1 against Brian Sweeney.
And Sweeney will have to pay attention to Granderson over at first.
Granderson 7 for 7 in base stealing. Bart 2 for 5 in throwing out would-be base stealers. A run on 10 hits, 1 error for the Yankees. A run on 5 hits and an error for the Mariners. Anderson back safely. Curtis 3 for 4 tonight. Nick Swisher with 3 hits. He's 3 for 3. And 0-2 for 4. Ball 1. Look for him to go right here.
I think that he's going to go here in the first couple of pitches. At least I would expect him to. You have a tied ball game, a couple outs, and why not? Gardner runs well, so if he gets thrown out, he'll lead off the next inning. So why not try it?
I think he was leaning a little bit.
I think so too.
A 1-0. Goes over again. $37,432 on this beautiful Seattle night. One thing we know about the Yankees, this team will grind out at bats. They don't mind hitting deep in counts. Anderson goes. Good jump. Swung on. Fly ball right field. Ichiro coming in. And he's there. That will do it. Now it's a matter of getting a couple of runs on the board in this 1-1 game here in Seattle. To festivals and professional sports, downtown Seattle has everything in one great place. Visit downtownseattle.com to plan your summer in the city. Back of my neck getting dirt and gritty. Hey now. Hey isn't a penny. Thank you, John B. Sebastian and the Loving Spoonful. Sean Figgins. Shows bunt, ball one. Jack in the Box in-game box score. Not a lot of check-ins tonight. Book is closed on Vargas. Jabba Chamberlain. 7 innings, 9 hits, and 1. It was earned 2 walks, 3 Ks for Vargas. 2-0 to Figgins. He's got Pettit 3-0. He had his own deck. Win one. An even 100 pitches for Mr. Pettit. He's got Figgy 3-1. Figgins is aboard. 4th walk issued by Pettit. That is the lead run. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the FSN crew here at Safeco Field. Second meeting of the season between the Yankees and the Mariners. Mariners took 2 out of 3 in New York. Season high 4 walks for Andy Pettit. Bunt is in order. And Gutierrez this year does not have a sacrifice bunt to his credit as of yet.
Branyan on deck. Pettit's handled him tonight. He's popped out to the catcher and punched out a couple of times. Figgins doesn't look like he's thinking about running. Probably a good idea against Pettit.
Yeah, with that move. 13 sacrifices last season by Gutierrez.
I was watching him when he threw over to first. Sometimes the hitters will tip it off. He didn't do anything, so he didn't show that he was going to bunt.
First again. Run on 10 hits, 1 error for the Yankees. A run on 5 hits and an error for the Mariners. Figgy with that unique style, the way he addresses when he gets set to take his lead, must infuriate left-handers. You're looking right at him. And he already looks like he's picked up a half a step already. Not as pronounced as it used to be. It's different. It felt like he was going. Nothing there. Breaking ball for a called strike.
I don't know if he slipped. He's going to go out and fix the dirt.
That's disconcerting.
Well, and it looked like he took off. He was going on the first movement and then maybe slipped a little bit and decided not to go.
To Gutierrez. Eight strikeouts, 4 walks for Pettit tonight. His throwing error, costly in the 6th, got the Mariners their only run. Swung on, popped up, play. Cano, short right field. One out. Here in the 8th with the runner at first. Do you have the courage to rappel off of a 41-story skyscraper for Special Olympics? Take your support to new heights by pledging to raise $1,000, and you can participate in the Over the Edge, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to rappel down one of Seattle's most famous skyscrapers, Rainier Tower. Reserve your spot, or to learn more, visit www.sowa.org. Strike one to Brennan. 0 for 3, popped up to the catcher, struck out swinging, struck out looking. His 4th time against Pettit. What's he looking for?
Well, he's consistently worked him away. The last time that he struck out, though, looking, it was on a fastball inside. But to get to that pitch, he had thrown him 4 or 5 pitches away. Going away again. Last pitch, the one he fouled off, looked like it was in the middle of the plate, but I think he was trying to go to the outside corner.
Pettit certainly baffled him with that pitch. Branyan deep. Center fielder Granderson a couple steps towards left. The 0-2 pitch. Figgins not a big lead. Back easily. Figgins reached by walking on a 3-1 pitch. Cat mouse game. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. 9th strikeout for Andy Pettit. 2 down here in the 8th, and it's the 3rd time Brennan has been caved tonight.
Another slider away from Russell. Everything away in this at bat.
So a 2-out knock is needed here from Jose Lopez. Oh, that's a fair ball. That's not the kind of ending play you wanted. Tough go, second night in a row for Lopez in a situation like that. They bring on Artman, the DA, to the case in the 9th. Online shop of the Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the entire family. Get your gear from the official source, the Mariners.com shop. Accept no substitutes. The DA, David Artsma, on the case here tonight in the 9th inning in a 1-1 ball game. They'll face Kevin Russo, Derek Jeter, and Nick Swisher. Ball 1 from Artsma. Kevin Russo, a replacement in the 7th inning. Miro Pena started as the third baseman. Now Artsma behind 0-2. 2-0, big play.
Let's go, TJ!
There's a strike.
This is definitely the guy that David needs to get. Russo hitting 191, only 47 at bats. Because after him, you're back to the top of the lineup. Jeter, Swisher, Teixeira, that group. Put this guy away. Nice fastball at 95 miles an hour.
Well, there are a lot of landmines in this offense. They can hurt you. Swing, and that's Russo's gone. Nice job by Artsma, who started out 2-0 and comes back to punch out Russo. Wow.
This goes right at him. Bunch of high fastballs. Russo can't catch up to him. David throwing 95 miles an hour.
Here's Derek Jeter. Jeter 1 for 2, and it was a long ball against Artsma. Previous encounters. Artsma hasn't pitched in 3 days. Pitched on Monday against Kansas City. Won an inning, gave up 1 hit and a walk and a strikeout. Again. Jeter 0 for 4. Way upstairs. 3-0.
One of the things for David is Russo helped him out swinging at some of those high fastballs. Every pitch to Jeter still up in the zone. Point in the lineup where those guys, Jeter and Swisher, patient hitters, they're not going to help David out. They're going to make him throw some strikes.
Jeter going to the All-Star game for his 11th time. And he is aboard with a 4-pitch walk. Here comes Nick Swisher. 3 for 3 with a walk tonight. Rick Adair chat time with his closer. FSN Northwest, the Seattle Mariners and DirecTV will deliver the first ever regional MLB telecast in 3D live from Safeco Field this Saturday and Sunday when the Mariners take on the Yankees. Find out how you can take part in the 3D experiment by logging on to northwest.fsninsider.com. Saturday, I get to work that telecast with Kenny Singleton from the Yankees Yes Network, and Dave Niehaus will work with Ken on Sunday. Swisher, first pitch, in there for strike. Loose is Swisher, 0-2. Mariners have not had much offense at all There's the 1-0 lead. Got it to the 8th before the Yankees scored. Turned a double play. Rodriguez scored from third. The 0-2. He's run a bunch of pitches high here so far. Peter, not much of a lead in first base. 1-2, fouled away.
Waiting for Ardsman to throw a split. Just pumping fastballs into Swisher.
Big spot here. Swisher with 14 homers and 48 runs batted in. Boy, that hit the bat. That was a funny looking play. And ball really ran in on Nick.
Gearing up for the fastball. Starts his swing.
That get bat or all glove?
I don't know. Almost looked like Swisher hit Bard's glove.
Yeah. I think he did. 1-2. There's catch a break. I mean,
yeah, catcher's interference there. If he hits his glove. I'm in a 1-2 count.
CC Sabathia. Big man on Sunday. 2-2. Swisher in what is building up to be a very long at bat. This will be the 8th pitch coming up. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-1 game. Truck down the line. Extra bases. Jeter can run. He's motoring to second. Swisher digging for 2. Ichiro gets it back in the hole. Swisher with a double. Jeter will hold it third. What a night for Nick Swisher. He was named to the All-Star team by the fans. They had a tremendous campaign for him. And now he comes up with a 4-hit night.
That was actually Ardsman's best fastball velocity-wise, 96 miles an hour. Ends up in the middle of the plate. He hits it hard down into the corner. Wakamatsu seeing what he wants to do here.
1 out, runners at second and third. Mark Teixeira batting left-handed for the first time tonight. Ball 1. Teixeira 1 for 2 against Ardsman. The 1-0. Popped it up. Looks playable. It is playable. Bard makes the catch. 2 down. Well, you remember last week in New York City, Mariners take 2 out of 3 in the day game, getaway day game. High fastball. Alex thought he had just popped it up, but he hit it hard enough, and it left on the via the short porch in right field at Yankee Stadium for an 8th inning home run that proved to be the difference in the ball game. Bard was the catcher then. He and Ardsman both said after the game we'd throw that same pitch again to A-Rod, particularly in this ballpark here. It's what, 314 at the stadium. It's 326 here. Big spot, first pitch. Strike 1.
97 miles an hour. Ardsman amped up.
He's looking to win this challenge after A-Rod took him out of the yard last week. Rodriguez tonight 0 for 3. Walk and a run scored.
hole finder there, right side. Ichiro's thrown at a plate. It is not in time. Swisher scores. Going to third is A-Rod. And the Yankees are taking a 3-1 lead as Rodriguez goes right side again. He beats Ardsma again. It's 3-1 New York.
Well, the Yankees are now 1 for 10 with men in scoring position, but it's a big one here in the ninth inning. Another inside-out swing. That's a good fastball running in on his hands, and he fights it off into right field, finds a hole on the right side. Ichiro had a chance to throw out Swisher. See Jeter telling him to get down the whole way. I think he's out if Bard's able to hang on to the ball.
So single, 2 runs batted in. E9 allowing Rodriguez to third. And if he holds on, he's got him. Put Cano on. And they'll take their chances with Posada. They set up force, and now you've got Mariano Rivera getting ready for a close opportunity. Posada 1 for 4. So Alex Rodriguez does it to David Ardsma one more time. A-Rod is a 2-run homer, 8th inning, first pitch. Back on Thursday, July 1st. A 1-0. Popped up, drifting out of play.
Almost a similar type swing. Looked like the fastball beat A-Rod again. And he was just fighting to get his hands through and ends up, take a look at it, how deep this gets. This pitch is inside. He fights it off into right field. The other pitch, the difference, the other pitch was up, but definitely late on the fastball, and it's worked out for him twice now.
What a tough break for the Mariners, and you knew when you got this deep in the ball game, shooting only with 1 run against these guys. Come on.
Well, yeah, I mean it's that, and Alex he's always worked on trying to stay inside the baseball. That's why he had a chance on those pitches. A lot of guys would get jammed or ground out because Alex able to stay inside of it. He ends up with a base hit.
The inning started with Ardsma going 2-0 on Russo before striking him out, and it's been downhill since. A walk, a double, foul out, 2-run single, E9, intentional walk, and now 2-2 to Posada.
Garrett Olson getting loose.
7th hitter this inning.
Well,
pitch upstairs.
And this next pitch will be 30. So you have the rest of the weekend to go, and David's getting ready to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. 16 balls, 13 strikeouts.
3-2 to Posada, fouled off. Posada putting up a big fight here. Two, runner goes, swung on and missed. He strikes out Posada, but the damage is done. Alex Rodriguez on July 1st got the Yankees going with a 2-run homer off of David Ardsma. Comes back here on the 8th. Pitch away, as Mike described, stayed inside, drives it through the hole right side. The Yankees lead at 3-1. It's going to heat up as the Boston Red Sox come to town for a big 4-game series beginning Thursday, July 22nd. Get your tickets to that series at Safeco Field. It's going to be the place to be July 22nd through the 25th. For tickets, visit Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. The incomparable Mariano Rivera, the Major League Baseball Clutch Performer of the Month award winner in June, going 2-0 in 11 relief appearances, converting each of his 7 save opportunities. He is unbelievable. The Mariners did get him last year, though. You remember that from last September. Ichiro went deep. Sweeney, with a pinch hit, went up there first pitch, swinging, gapped one right center. Ichiro thinking the same thing. Let me get the first pitch, and he rode one out of here for the game winner.
We have Kochman and Bard just started, a couple of left-handed hitters. Certainly they're going to see some cutters inside. Pitch that everybody knows he's going to throw, but not many guys are able to get to it.
Rivera with 19 saves on the season. (19 of 21 save opportunities by Rivera. Strike one. Rivera with 19 saves. The Mariners just saw 3 nights of Joaquin Soria. Leads the American League with 25. Rivera's got 19 saves. Strike 2.
Casey has had success, 3 for 7 off of Rivera.
Mariners need runners and runs. Foul.
There's the good cutter. 93 miles an hour in on his hands.
The 0-2 to Kochman. Take no chances on that one.
I think you have to be aggressive with him. Only 6 walks on the year for Rivera. It's typically around the plate.
On face, Sean Figgins. 0-2 to Kochman, his best buddy. Pitch. Struck. Ooh, he just stayed alive. Just got a piece of it.
The pitch was so far inside, it looked like it might hit him if he didn't get a piece of it. Look how far in that 5th pitch is. Way inside.
The 0-2. Seventh pitch coming up. Rivera named to his 11th All-Star team on Sunday, but he is not at 100%. He is begged off. Straight back. So Rivera still pumps it up in there. Keeps himself in fabulous shape. The 0-2. Down low. Kochman, the leadoff man here tonight. Casey 0 for 2 with a walk. He's done a great job.
6 pitches he's fouled off in this at bat. He was 0-2 and fouled off 5 in a row before he took the ball, and then another foul ball.
Forty-year-old Mariano Rivera from Panama. 1-2. Good fight. Really good one. Coxman.
10 pitches already in this at bat.
Throw one ball in that entire sequence. Do it again. 1-2. Teixeira takes a look. So does Posada. It's out of play. Cliff Lee. So the mound tomorrow for the Mariners. CC Sabathia, he goes on Sunday for the Yankees. Lee against Phil Hughes tomorrow night. 1-2 to Kochman. Struck him out. Good fight. One down.
12 pitch at bat for Casey Kochman. Fouled off a number of pitches. Couldn't get a piece of the last one. That looked like a straight fastball too. Switched it up. He thrown him a bunch of cutters. Straightened one out. Casey missed it.
Off the fist of Josh Bard. Since 1969, as we look at some rally cap action, since 1969, what a combination Andy Pettitte and Mariano Rivera have been. Rivera has saved 67 wins for Andy Pettitte. Most in baseball. Ground ball to Teixeira. 2 down. That'll bring up Josh Wilson. Last hope here for the Mariners. Josh 0 for 5 career against Mariano Rivera. Alex Rodriguez gets the job done. Base hit through the hole right side for 2 runs, top of the 9th. The difference in this ball game. Straight away, not too deep for Josh Wilson. Strike one. That evens at 1-1, Josh. 1 for 2, a strikeout. Single and a run scored on a throwing error by Andy Pettitte, and he was hit by a pitch. 1-1. Mariners down to their last strike here. Safeco Field. Alex Rodriguez DHing tonight. Joe Girardi giving him part of the night off. Comes up big. A 1-2 to Josh Wilson. Up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If Josh can give Michael Saunders a chance.
2-2. He's run a full count. 2 outs, bottom 9. Rivera set the 3-2 to Josh Wilson. Fouled straight back.
Josh had a nice swing at that last pitch, up and out over the plate. Needs to be careful on the pitch inside. Sometimes Rivera will start that pitch in on the righties and have it run right on the inside corner, and a lot of time the right-handed hitter will give up on it.
See what gives here. 3-2, 2 out. Yankees up 3-1. Pitch to Josh Wilson. Fouled back again.
I'll say this, Mariners making him work. He's throwing 21 pitches now in the inning.
Splits are pretty good too.
17 strikes, just 4 balls.
3-2 to Josh Wilson. 2 out. Nobody on. The pitch. Set to left field. Going over Gardner. Runs well. Makes the catch. That is your ball game. Yankees behind Alex Rodriguez. 9th inning. 2-run single. And the save for Mariano Rivera. Win it by a count of 3-1. Andy Pettit goes to 11-2. And Vargas make that Ardsma loses the game. 4th night in a row, Mike, where the bullpen exploded.
The late losses, those will hurt you. But Vargas, give him a lot of credit coming up against the Yankees. Really pitched a nice game, giving up just the 1 run. Had to pitch through a lot of trouble. But like he's done all year, he's battled his way to it and gave himself a chance to win, his team a chance to win. The Mariners, unfortunately, 0 for 5 with men in scoring position.
20th save for Rivera, 20 out of 22. Nick Swisher, an all-star, had a good night with 4 hits. That'll do it for game 1 of this 4-game series. Let's check in with Brett Adam.
Well, no Enter Sandman tonight being played, but Mariano Rivera gets the job done.